I keep a clean body. I have clean habits. I eat healthy foods. I exercise. I care for my environment and planet. I abuse no substance or drug. I am strength.
There are three areas critical to the success of the Black community in Africa and the African diaspora. They are culture, education, and economics. In this video series, we continue to examine issues and concepts related to creating a culture to develop self-love, which those who care about the Black community may examine and consider. Again, let's define culture. We must define it because most of us have incorrect ideas about what is culture. Some of us think that culture is the music we listen to. Others believe it's the style of clothing that we wear. Some of us believe it's our celebrations and holidays, while others think it's whether we eat with a fork, knife, and spoon, or eat with our hands. Those things and activities are not culture. Culture comes from the word cultivate, which is related to the domestication and growth of plants. Culture is like a gardener who cultivates a young plant by tying it to a stand for support and putting it in a certain location. The gardener does this to foster the growth of the plant to become tall and strong so it does not grow bent and crooked, so it does not become a weed. The gardener does this with labor, care, and study to ensure that her plants are the best. But culture is a way to cultivate and civilize people. This is done by tying people to universal laws and standards of behavior based upon the foundational premise, do good, do no harm. So, a people will grow strong, not bent and crooked. With that as its foundation, culture will prepare you for life, foster your growth, and improve you as a person and as a community. You can watch our previous videos to understand why we need culture and how we create it and how it helps us develop self-love and civilization. Today, we will discuss a universal law called I am strength and its role in creating a culture of self-love. Before we can learn about I am strength, let's begin with a correct understanding of who you are. You entered this earth with unlimited potential to achieve well-being and success. But Earth's corruption of culture, education, and economics with racism, sexism, imperialism, slavery, colonialism, classism, criminalism, aggression, and terrorism has stunted your growth by convincing you not to love yourself and those who look like you. Your unlimited potential must now be rediscovered and recovered. That is what universal laws, which we call the guiding principles of peace and unity, direct you to do. That is the basis of culture and self-love and civilization. By thinking about these laws, by trying to understand them, and most important, by living and creating a way of life based on them, and the premise, do good, do no harm, you will rediscover your true self and recover self-love. On this channel, we will provide information, workshops, and programs that show you practical behaviors and activities that will help you develop a culture of self-love using each of the guiding principles of peace and unity. They will also help you create a culture for you, your family, and your community. You can always download a copy of the Guiding Principles of Peace and Unity and their violations, which is very important, their violations, at the gppu.org. Now, let's get back to the universal law called I am strength. Your physical body and our earth are the most important material resources you have in your life. What you put into your body and what you do with your body affect your thoughts, emotions, and sensations, and they in turn affect your actions, which create the quality of your life and your future. Watch the following. It will show you how to create a culture of self-love based upon the guiding principle of peace and unity called I am strength. Until we meet again, do good, do no harm.
Hundreds of years of scientific evidence proves that health and sickness are based on what you eat, what you drink, the air you breathe, what you do to your body, and even the thoughts and emotions you hold in your mind. To help you understand, here is the health pyramid. It shows you what materials you need to use and behaviors you need to adopt to get healthy and stay healthy. The bottom of the health pyramid shows you what behaviors and materials are most important. As you move higher on the health pyramid, you find behaviors and materials that are less important to maintain good health. The behaviors and materials at the lower levels of the health pyramid are most important to prevent and fight diseases. If you don't have this diagram, you can download it on this website at the resources section. At the bottom of the health pyramid, most important are foods and nutrients. Next, lifestyle choices. Then come non-destructive medicines and healing approaches. Last, at the top, are drugs and medical technologies. Of course, if you break your arm, you need the immediate acute care at the top of the health pyramid. But after that, the complete and proper healing of your arm requires the bottom of the pyramid, using good quality foods and nutrients and exercise in the form of therapy. This is important to understand because most people believe that health and healing start in a doctor's office or a hospital with surgery, medicines, vaccines, or technologies. That is not true. Usually, you need drugs and technologies at the top of the health pyramid after you have failed to use the correct materials and behaviors indicated by the lower levels of the health pyramid. So let's look at the role of foods and nutrients in fighting disease and illness.